What's up guys, Tomcat here, and these two brand new crawlers are the subject of today's video. Now, the crawler on the right is a Willys Truggy, or Willys truck turned into a Truggy basically, and on the left we have the Mantis Crawler. Both of these are extremely capable, and I'm actually recording this video for a second time because I didn't turn my mic on the first time. I don't know why I forgot to do that. I feel like it's something that you normally wouldn't forget, but regardless, now that I have I have driving time in both of these, as can be seen by my tire marks. Good God, this thing has insane grip. I never took this thing up this way. I took the Willys up this way, and it wouldn't make it up that high. This just, dude, it freaking bombed it. It bombed it like crazy. So, first off, this thing is super detailed. You can see a ton of detail on these independent reservoir king coilovers, detail on the axles. You can see all of the control arms working. You can see the axles moving. All of the lights work, including the orange lights and the spotlights on the front, the headlights. Then these two orange lights on the back, as well as when you put it in reverse, the reverse lights come on, which I think is an awesome touch. So it all comes down to, with these vehicles, it really all comes down to the quality factor, because the quality factor here is very high. These two are both very good. This one has a little bit more of a finished look to it than the other one. The other one is a little flat in terms of graphics. It's a little bit flat in terms of the reflections, the paint. I feel like it could use a little bit of work in that department, but this one, it looks great. It looks very finished. It looks very good, and the grip is awesome. You can see we have the two propane tanks in the back here to run a propane setup, which I think is cool for anything that's going to be used as a crawler. And I'm just going to put it in automatic mode so you guys can see how well this thing does. Just even in automatic, there's really nothing that you guys have to, like, there's very little limitation to what this thing can do in automatic mode. If you don't like going into low range with this, you pretty much never actually have to. Like, if you don't want to go into low range, you really don't have to. It holds first gear for as long as it needs to, and it really aggressively shifts into second too. Like, if it's gonna shift into second, it's gonna shift into like, see, that's the thing. Doesn't matter where you are. If this thing wants to shift into second, it is gonna grab second. It doesn't matter what you do, it is gonna grab second no matter what. Now, that could be a little bit surprising if you've never driven it before, but once you get used to it and you're like, oh, it'll just literally just grab second whenever it wants, then you'll be fine. You'll be good. So once it gets up into third, it can get a little iffy, because when it gets into third, strange things start to happen. It also likes to climb trees, which I'll use this particular tree here to demonstrate, just so it doesn't mess up at all. Put it in low and demonstrate the tree climbing abilities of this particular vehicular. And God, that was terrible. I'm never saying that ever again in my entire life. Holy crap. I wish I never said that. I legitimately wish I never said that. It literally just came out of my mouth and I have no clue why. But regardless, moving on from that horrible last sentence. The setup on this, really good. You have a few different tire options. You have these Baja Claws. You have a set of Pitbull rockers. You also have a set of Super Swamper IROCs. I personally prefer the Baja Claws on this rig, although the Pitbulls look really good. The IROCs I don't really care for, but it all depends on what you want to run. It's all up to you. So, and that doesn't really make too big of a difference in spin tires anyway, so it's all down to personal preference at that point. So let's see if we can get right around to the side, and not bad. Oh, well, we can head over there and do a little bit of rock crawling, although I'm going to head over this way because there's an entrance into the rock crawling area that really shows off the capabilities of this thing with its really good approach angle, considering the fact that there's almost nothing up front except for the tires. The very first thing that always hits is the tires, and you can tell it makes a difference. It really does make a difference. And even when you just go straight for the rocks, you can leave it in automatic. You can leave it in automatic and just climb right up. Sometimes it will bog and it will shift down, but it's got so much grip that it can recover from it almost immediately. And I gotta be really careful here, otherwise I'm gonna go over edge of the rocks. Oh, crap. Axle glitch? Yeah, axle glitch. Crap. God, I hate when it does that. Alright, that sucks. I hate when it does that. See, that's like one of the worst things that have happened is when your axle glitches into the ground. But before we drive the Willys truck, let's see, just out of curiosity, if there's enough room for this thing to get up on it and flex on it. Oh, yeah. There's just enough, based on where the fender is. There's just enough. But this thing, so if you thought this thing was good, it is really good. I can't deny that. This thing is also really good. It's freaking awesome. And what I love about it is the fact that you have the option, I'm going to bring it into the garage real quick and show you guys, you have the option of different gear ratios. You have high gearing, you have like low gearing, you have 100% power boost, 200% power boost, or stock power if you so desire. So you have a big array of different options to use when it comes to power, when it comes to setup, when it comes to literally whatever you want. Now this thing, in comparison to the Mantis, has little to no grip going up hills and high. That's just the way it is. Whereas in low, though, it's really, really good. And look at those freaking control arms. Those control arms are badass. I mean, they put a lot of time and effort into making those control arms, from the looks of it anyway. And I think they look really, really good. The only problem with this is that it doesn't really deal with rocks anywhere close to as well as the Mantis does. The Mantis is way better in the rock department. Well, the loose rocks department. This, you know, rocks like just standard rocks, this does fine. Dirt, this does fine. Hill climbs, this does fine. It's just the loose rocks are never really a strong point of this particular truck. It just doesn't like them. And I can understand that. Some trucks deal with the rocks better than others. This one is just so happens to be one of the trucks that doesn't. Now, you can see if I put it in high, if you have no mud to deal with, it'll do fine. The second, though, literally the absolute split second that this thing hits mud, it's like, nope, I'm not dealing with it. And if you're in high anyway, if you're in high and this thing hits mud, it's like, nope, I'm not dealing with it, and it's done. So, oh god. Come on. That was a bit of a save. Alright, cool. Whew, that was close. Really damn close. Like, really damn close. Let me see if I can show you what I mean when I stick it in high and anytime it sees mud. See, anytime, like, it slides around a lot. The Mantis would not have slid around anywhere near that much. And right here, see, the Mantis would have already gripped up a long time ago, where this is like, I'm gonna spin for a bit. So, it's just, again, it's a difference in vehicle characteristics, it's a difference in grip characteristics. This one, you could argue, is a bit more realistic in the grip department because it does have those issues with mud in high range. But you could also argue that in real life terms also matters a lot when it comes to reliability, or not reliability, but the type of tires you're running, which doesn't really play a factor in spin tires. So therefore, is it really realistic? That's what I'm trying to say. Is like, is it really realistic though if the tires don't actually play a factor? Like the compound, I mean. It's down to the tire programming. So, I mean, you could argue one way or the other. I'm personally still kind of split on what I think in terms of that, like how I think that works and how I think it should work in the game. But that's also something that's up to you guys to decide. So let's see if we can get up this hill. Having a little bit of a grip issue. Nothing too bad yet, but a little grip problem. Ooh, I don't know where that goes, but that's going to help us out a lot. That's going to help us out a hell of a lot. Oh, I see where it went. Okay, perfect. So, I think when it comes to these specific vehicles, they're both really good, and it all comes down to which one you like better. I personally prefer the Mantis, but it's all up to you guys, again, what you prefer, what you want to run, and what you want to use. So these trucks are both available in the Steam Workshop if you guys want to check them out, and if you enjoyed this video and this mod spotlight, don't forget to click the like button, tell me in the comments below what you thought of it, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe for more, and I'll see all of you awesome people in the next one. Talk to you guys later, and I hope you guys enjoyed.